Saturday and it's windy, so I'm just currently sorting this out because it is a mess. Well, as soon as I step outside and there's any breath of wind, it is a mess. But okay, anyway, happy Saturday. We've made it through another week. So I've just gotten back from the thrift store, just putting my stuff away, and I got a really big, there you are, really big mason jar, but it didn't have a lid, which is a little bit unfortunate. It's like really, I think it carries 5 liters maybe, something along those lines, and it didn't have a lid. I saw it last time, and I was looking to see if there were any lids from different jars nearby that could fit, but there wasn't anything that came close, so it was really, really big. So I'm thinking maybe you need some type of like a rubber topping for that. I think those exist, like those you can pull really tight over the top, almost like a balloon, and that will have to seal it or something. I don't know. Either way, it's a really big jar, and I wanted, because it's actually mason jar, not just a jar, it's an actual mason jar. So I thought, hey, first of all, the brand is interesting and I want that, and second of all, it's huge and I've seen it a couple of times already, and usually when I've seen it a couple of times already, that means I want to buy it at some point. So that's one of the things I purchased. I got a few metal stitch holders, they call those. Those look like really big safety pins. Those are for keeping the stitches of your knitting stuff and your crochet stuff in place while you go and do something else, I guess. Just in case you drop it and a bunch of stitches want to fall off the knitting needle or whatever, you can keep them in place that way, or at least try to replace them, that they don't fall out of order or whatever. So I got a couple of those. Other than that, I got a couple of shirts and a nice green vest, which looked really comfortable and warm. And I thought, what do I combine it with? And then I went looking and I found this really frilly top, which had almost the same color green, not quite the same color green, but a very busy flower print. And I thought, well, this will contrast nicely with the fact that the vest, of course, doesn't have a print. So, and then hopefully that'll look good. I don't know, I haven't tried the combination yet. Maybe it'll look crazy, and maybe I can combine it with something else that I have, because the vest is always useful, particularly when it's like one of those not quite warm, not quite cold days. So I did want something underneath there that actually has sleeves, so I don't have to take it off at some point when it gets too hot, or keep it on because I'm stubborn and I don't want people to see my arms, because I'll have a sleeveless thing underneath. So that is something I'm going to have to figure out. But either way, so it's good, and a really interesting, I think it's crocheted top, machine made obviously, but still it's like a zigzag thing. Thought that was very interesting as well. And I think that's all. No, I got like a purplish sweater with a very interesting pattern on it, which is kind of the type of thing that I love anyway, that type of weird, what would I call it, stonewashed pattern. Not really sure what it is, but I like it. So I got one of those as well. Haven't tried any of them on because I didn't feel like fitting anything in the fitting rooms. Usually I look at it and kind of eyeball it. 9 times out of 10 I have the right size that I think I'll be able to wear it, and sometimes it doesn't fit, and then I just have to wait, I guess, until it does. Because I noticed that well, I've seen a couple more videos lately of the carnivore diet, which might not seem very healthy, because usually when people think of carnivore diet, they think, oh, we're only going to eat meat, which is not really the case. It's like anything like that's an animal products. If you have more of those, and apparently that's also great for weight loss, because there's more protein and more fats that make you feel full for longer, which has always been a thing with me. If I'm getting bored, I tend to start snacking, so if I just like have a boiled egg or something when I'm bored, then I'll just have some extra protein, and it won't actually be that much calorie wise. And then maybe that shirt will fit after a while anyway, so I'm planning on doing that as well. In other words, this week, I was keeping an eye on the protests in Ottawa, Canada as well, and they've actually sent a whole bunch of police in yesterday. The 18th, there were more police like arriving on the scene over the past week, but they really thought like on Thursday, oh, they're gonna clear everything out before Friday, because there were quite a few people showing up police wise. But they didn't do anything yet. But yesterday on Friday, when there were actually more people there, they did actually like line up. You had I watched a few different streams. There were like hundreds of police people, like in various different types of outfits. Some of them just looked like regular police, and a whole bunch of them looked like riot police. Even some that had like this green, like bulletproof stuff on, like from head to toe, with the special helmets and everything, with the things, the visors and stuff like that. Like they were planning on dealing with a huge angry crowd, but if you looked at the crowd itself, it was actually very positive, friendly. People were playing music and singing along, and even trying to talk to some of the cops, like saying like, hey, I'm here because of my kids, and why are you doing this type of thing, like join our side, nobody's going to blame you for it, or something along those lines. So the police start to advance.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts?
Well, they have a job, I guess, to do, and I have a job to do, and I'll just stand my ground. That's it.
So you don't plan on going anywhere?
No, it's a beautiful day.
And what will you do if they try to force you to leave?
Well, we'll see when that happens, right? There's no, they're not supposed to get in my vehicle because this is my home. So, like I say, I'm good and I'm fine, and we'll just have to play it the way it plays, like a movie. We're in a movie right now.
So
we're almost at the end, so.
Would you say you're optimistic?
No, we won this before we came, so it's just playing out.
So ladies and gentlemen, this is one of the most notorious truckers here we got. He's the man behind the infamous F. Trudeau truck, guys. Absolutely incredible Canadian heritage moment in my mind, and honestly should be on the next $5 bill. And I'm sure enough of us here say thank you. And I actually got some Snapchats on my phone from some Port Hope locals saying thank you. So I got to show you them after I'm done this live chat, maybe later. But I see you're out here holding the line. And is there any different feeling this morning than any other morning?
Oh yeah.
It is different, eh?
Oh yeah. You can feel everything ramping up.
Everybody's on guard.
Everybody's on guard. We're all ready to go.
Yeah.
And all we can do is wait for it to happen.
That's right.
There's no doubt we're going to see dark before we see light.
Absolutely, it's going to be dark.
We came here, we knew there was going to be a battle.
Yeah.
It's coming. So we're all tightened up. Everybody's come around to see each other, make sure we're all good.
Absolutely.
Guys like you are my fucking heroes.
Thank you.
Kid,
Hi, buddy, I'm trying. Wet feet and all.
You're doing a big job.
Thank you.
And I love you for it.
All day, all night.
But at the end of the day, yeah, they're going to have to hammer us today because everybody's going to roll in here hard and fast tomorrow.
Absolutely.
And it's a long weekend.
Absolutely.
No, they won't do that then.
Absolutely. So today would be the day, right?
I'm expecting today's the hit.
Absolutely.
And we'll get through
I
it.
see you're prepared.
Yeah.
Attaboy. See what I mean? He knows what's up.
We got our earplugs.
Yeah.
I got my smokes.
Yeah.
I got a piss jug and I'm gonna strap my doors closed.
That's right.
They're gonna drag my ass out through a broken window if it gets that bad.
Amen. And hopefully I'll be standing here and catch it all before they take the camera out of my hands.
Yeah, well, you be fucking careful.
Absolutely.
Rubber bullets.
Oh yeah.
Taser.
Thank you, sir.
Done that.
Thank you, sir. May I have another, right? This is
Hold
the way,
my beer, baby.
the way I look at it, this is a lot bigger than just you and I, right?
It is.
It is.
It is. It's, yeah, people think this is just about mandates and vaccines and kids. No.
No, it's freedom.
It's
Total freedom.
This has gone way, way deeper than most can imagine.
Absolutely.
So, they'll wake up.
Absolutely. Did you get a early morning awakening this morning from anybody?
Nah, I just popped my eyes open at about 3 o'clock and started downing coffee like I usually do.
I had Pat King driving by, laying on his horn, telling everybody, get up, it's time to go. He was on live and he saw, I guess, all the cops. Did you see that live this morning?
Nah, I missed that one.
Pat King said this morning he was at a certain hotel and he saw dozens and dozens and dozens of officers, tactical trucks, tactical units, buses. He says today's the day. He was just down here in front of you here about an hour ago giving press conferences pretty much to a whole bunch of media saying that today's going to be the day.
Yeah, well, apparently everybody downtown here got emails and...
I got a letter. Oh, yes, saying don't come into work today.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yep, so I guess they've dropped their cards on the table and...
Now we see these fences being put up behind us. Only we can assume what that means, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's, there's no doubt it's going to go back.
Yep.
And Canada is about to show its ugly fucking face to the rest of the world.
Absolutely. The mask is going to be ripped off after today, huh?
It is. We aren't going to be the angels that we used to be.
That's
but
right.
That's when the truth will come out.
Yep.
And we're going to get back to getting better again.
That's what it's going to take. Sad but true. Wendell, thank you very much. Honestly, and ladies and gentlemen, this guy, you guys heard guys being out here for 16, 19 days and stuff, but this guy's been here since day one before anybody. Days before anybody, he's been out here the longest, holding this very line in front of Parliament. Wendell, on behalf of a bunch of people across the world, we want to say thank you for what you're doing, and thanks for the time today to speak with me. And I'm sure that Tiffany, your grandson's very proud of you, man.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. I'll speak with you soon.
Absolutely. You be safe today, please.
Absolutely. I'm on the sidelines. I'm just trying to show the world what's really going on here.
Don't be
Absolutely. I got to get home to my little guy, and that's the exact reason why I'm here.
There it is.
Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it.
That was pretty positive, and at the point that I went to bed around 10:30 evening my time, there had been some lines of police pushing people back, because I think the idea was to push them towards this fenced off area in front of the Parliament, which they have been filling with all sorts of fences the days leading up to it as well. I'm not sure how it happened or what happened after that between then and now. A few trucks have been towed, I believe. A whole bunch of people have been arrested. I've heard all sorts of stories about people breaking their legs, and even a alleged story of an older woman being run over by a police horse. Terrible things, actually, because if you looked at how people were actually behaving, there was no reason to be this forceful, so that doesn't look good on the Canadian government at all. So that's not great. Anyway, so other than that, today I'm just gonna go do my grocery shopping. Some of it, not too much. I'm not really planning on doing much else today except for edit this video and upload it, and then hopefully enjoy the weather, which has calmed down a little bit since yesterday. Last night we had quite a big storm called Eunice, I believe I heard. And we actually went through it quite well, actually. Yesterday evening I had to walk the dog. And of course the dog has no idea of danger, like falling branches or anything like that. She just wanted to go because she needed to go. So I feel like an idiot walking around there when the police is sending out messages saying stay indoors if you don't have to go outside and stuff like that. And I'm like, okay, here I am walking this tiny dog that doesn't really understand what the problem is. And nothing happened while I was walking outside, but yeah, the dog got pushed around a bunch because of course she's really small, and I was like, oh no, we need to keep an eye on these trees that I'm passing, because some of them looked like they had dry branches, and those are usually the ones that tend to break and fall. Luckily nothing happened, and during the night the windows sounded like they were being pushed in. There are of course bolts keeping everything in place, but it kind of sounds sometimes like it's about to fall out, and that makes me fairly nervous, so that was quite tense. And this morning I went outside and saw that everything was still upright, and I didn't actually see any big trees that had fallen over or anything like that. A smaller tree had snapped, but I had already seen that the evening before when I went to walk the dog, so nothing extra really happened. Of course there were a whole bunch of loose branches everywhere. Not even really big ones. So for the amount of noise that the storm made last night, it didn't actually do that much damage. That's good. I didn't see any tiles. I think one thing is missing off my balcony, and that is a small plastic egg carton. You know, I call it a carton, but that's because that's why we usually refer to those things, like the little egg cup things. I had filled that with some sand. I put some seeds in it. Now the rain had actually killed all the seeds already, so it wasn't like I'm missing a whole bunch of plants now that I was growing. Probably somebody else has that in their garden now, so I might see that at some point. Either way, I'm gonna go because there's people going for the cars all around me, and I don't like vlogging when there's people around. So I will see you next week. Make sure to stay healthy and stay safe. Thanks for watching, and bye bye for now.